So starting off my eye makeup with LA Girl not concealer, gel liner in shade brown. This is a very good gel liner and it glides on smoothly and it blends out nicely. So with the help of an angle brush, I'm drawing out my eyebrows. Now I'm using a concealer to define my eyebrows. If you do any kind of mistake while drawing your eyebrows, you can correct it in this way. If you don't have any flat brush, you can use any brush you prefer. Now taking Maybelline brow gel and combing out my brows. As a primer, I'm using Citycolors Shadow Primer. I really like this primer. I mean, it has a slight tint which helps me to give a nice base for my eyeshadow. As an eyeshadow, I'm using Balm Nude Dude palette. For the lighting, you might not see the shades properly, so on the screen you can see the shade name. So I'm using transitional color at this moment and I'm highlighting my brow bone. It's a creamy champagne kind of color. Now taking a brick brown color and I'm just using it on my crease to define my crease a little bit. I'm gradually building up the color so that there is no harsh lines left on my eyes. I'm using a plum color on my crease to define my crease even more. This is how you should build up the colors. I'm using Sleek Bad Girl palette and taking a royal blue color and using it on the both sides of my lid, leaving the middle area. And from the same palette, I'm taking a violet color and will be using it on top of the royal blue color. As you can see, I'm not using any color on the center of my lid. Now I'm again using the transitional color and blend out everything. On the center of my lid, I'm using Golden Rose white kajal or white jumbo pencil, whatever you say. And blending it out with my fingertip. And on top of that, I'm using a goldish pinkish color on the center of my lid from Sleek Original palette. You can use any pink shade you have. Now intensifying the colors a little more. And to stack my glitter, I'm using Last Splash Eye Makeup Sealer. And as a glitter, I'm using Last Splash glitter. I will give all the shades number and everything in the description box down below, so don't forget to check that as well. As a kajal, I'm using Rimmel Scandaleyes kajal. Now lining my upper lash line. Now I'm highlighting my inner corner. I'm using a creamy kind of color to highlight my inner corner from Sleek's Bad Girl palette. And again taking original palette and using a bronzy brown color to smudge out my lower lash line. To blend everything seamlessly, I'm using the transitional color that I have used earlier for my lid. In this video, I forgot to show you what mascara I have used, but you can check it in the description box down below. So I'm using falsies, and on my lower lash line I have used falsies today. So this is the end of my eye makeup. Now let's start face makeup. So I have already used moisturizer, and as a primer I'm using Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, which is my favorite primer nowadays. And on my open pores I'm using Benefit Pore Professional to blur out my open pores a little bit. I have used eye cream, which is Benefit eye cream, and as a foundation I am using NARS and Burjois foundation, and with the foundation I'm mixing Citycolors illuminator to have glowy look and glowy base makeup, and using a beauty sponge that I got from a Facebook page, that is Pretty Fly. And I really like this sponge. After my beauty blender, the original beauty blender, I always use this one. And as an orange corrector I'm using Citycolors Peach Corrector. It doesn't have any kind of strong orange hint, which I really like, and I have seen that it works really well on the dark spot. So if you have dark spot you can use it. And as a concealer I'm using my most favorite MAC Pro Longwear concealer. It's a full coverage concealer and the best concealer I have ever used. Now let's contour the face. I'm using LA Girl Pro Concealer in shade Chestnut and Fawn. Nowadays I'm using this technique to contour my face. You can use any technique you prefer. I always try to include small reviews in my tutorials so that you understand how the products work on my skin, and just so that you can get some idea about the product. Now to set my under eye area, I'm using BenNye Banana Powder in shade Fair and Banana. Nowadays I'm mixing these two shades because the banana shade does not give me enough kind of highlighting effect. So that is the way I do. And to set rest of my face makeup, I'm using BH Pressed Powder in shade 230. And as a contour kit, I'm using LA Colors contour kit and taking cool brown color to contour my face. I know I've already contoured my face, but I'm just using it to intensify it a little more and to blend everything properly. And yes, this is one of my favorite contour kits. And as a blush, I'm using e.l.f. HD blush in shade Superstar. I tried to blend it with my fingertip and it didn't work, so yeah, using the sponge. And on top of that, I'm using Cindy Luminizer. I know all of you love Mary Luminizer, and I would like to use Cindy Luminizer as blush topper, and I think you should try this out as well. And as a bronzer, I'm using Betty Luminizer. This is one of my favorite bronzers, or I should say my favorite bronzer, to warm up my face. And as a highlighter, I'm taking our favorite Mary Luminizer. I'm not using too much because on top of that I'll be using MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in shade Lightscape. Just because I like the effect it gives on my cheeks. So yeah, that's just my personal preference. You don't have to follow the exact same kind of technique. And on my lips, I'm using Colourpop Ultra Matte Beeper and Clueless. On my entire lips, I'm using Beeper, and on the center of my lips, I'm using Clueless. You will see it will make my lips look a little bit fuller and bigger. And Beeper is my favorite shade nowadays for my regular use. Now finishing off my face makeup by using Model in a Bottle setting spray. If you are going out for a long time, this is a very good setting spray, and I am sure you guys will love this. So this is the end of my face makeup, and if you have enjoyed my video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. So bye and take care. Love you all.